my name is Ddixon, and I'll be presenting my concept for my dream office design. The mission for this project was to create a concept for the dream office space. The space had to include a bathroom and a community space, while also being able to function with a minimum of 2 people and up to a maximum of 5. The space had to follow a general theme, and it should provide visitors with an experience whenever they entered the space. The vision of the dream office space was to create a space that provides not only the needs for the designer, but more importantly, created a space that provided clients with an experience. When clients come in with a design need or problem, the space should immediately show the designer's strong attention to detail and the space's strong identity through the designer. It should provide the clients with the comfort knowing the design is going to be exceptional, and the space should leave a lasting impact on the client, so in the future they can come to that space for you to work with them more. With the vision's goal consisting of that unique and strong detailed space, I decided to use an industrial theme. With industrial design, providing an open space and using strong cold metals with wood or stone was really important to that overall theme, as well as adding visible echoes of that wood and metal in the space to keep the space feeling unified and preventing a stop-start effect. Embracing the rawness of the space with concrete and exposed piping also contributed to that unified feeling in the space. A big inspiration for the design was the work of Charles Eames, especially his work on the Eames house. The use of the high ceilings in the space, along with the strong use of industrial metal, really appealed to me. Two of his quotes that I kept in mind throughout the design were "function is the key to design," and "the details are not the details, they make the design." So on the bottom left there I have my color palette I used. I mostly stuck to the one on the left, the tricorn black, that dark night blue, a red, and the white for that kind of contrast there. The middle there is just kind of a general industrial design with that concrete floor, strong metal presence with the accents on the furniture, as well as that high ceiling with the exposed lights and that rafters. The last one right there is the Eames house itself. It has that exoskeleton frame on top. You can see that metal and kind of provides that strong metal feel, as long as the wood, that nice wood look that I also incorporated in my design. Spatial definition. The office space itself has a distinct conference community space that is very open and distinguished because of that, and the design space is really closed off, and you can really see the separation that way between the two spaces. When it comes to enclosure, the office space is completely closed off from the outside except for the entrance. And when it comes to form, the space is a distorted square that has that open traffic flow so that you can move freely throughout the space. The relationship of the office to other spaces is very secluded and separate. It should be a place where the designer could focus on design work with clients or by themselves with no outside distraction. The space's texture contains soft woods with hard metal accents, and the floor is a polished smooth concrete. The walls are a matte paint with one accent wall that is a roughed unfinished concrete to really embrace that raw feeling in the industrial theme. The office has function. The space itself should function as a design space for the designer, and also a place for clientele to come in and work with the designer in the conference area one-on-one if need be. The office space consists of 3 distinct areas: an area for the designer to work and design, an area for the designer or clientele to sit back and relax, and an area for the designer and clientele to sit down one-on-one in the conference area and discuss work together. The big landmark of the space is the inspirational quote on the wall. It's on the accent offset concrete wall, and it's backlit to really make it pop and kind of outlines that Charles Eames details quote. When it comes to the experience of the space, when clients enter the space, the first thing they'll see is that unique conference area and that quote on the wall that's backlit. After taking in that space in the doorway, the conference area is close enough to eliminate that wait time and allow them to immediately begin that objective of coming in and working with the designer with a design. The space is open, so when clients are moving around with side trips, a bathroom, or to move around even that lounging area, they get to see that whole space the whole time and let it really impact them and sit on them. And then eventually whenever they need to leave after working with the designer, they get that last look because that open feel. They can see all the unique the conference area, the lounging area, and the design area. It's all there visually for them to take in before they leave, so they can get that last impression and they can see it before they go. So when it comes to personas, the big persona that come through is a client. When they come in, they're most likely going to be coming in to talk to you about a design. They can do that in that conference area. That's primarily where the discussion and where they're going to be whenever they come into your space, as well as possibly maybe they might come in to talk to you at the design space or other spaces, but primarily they're going to be in that conference area that you have outlined for one-on-one communication with the clients. And when it comes for the persona of the designer, The designer, me in this situation, is looking to design. So having a distinct design space that's separated where you feel like you're in your own space, where you can work without no outside distractions is really, really important, as well as having the opportunity to go in that conference area with that client and talk to them if you need to. So the first render here, you can see that quote right away on the wall. The details are not the details, they make the design. So the kind of details being the important part of this space is a big theme that I tried to run through it. In the back, you can see the bathroom and the lounging area, as well as right up front, also seeing that conference area with seating for one-on-one conversation or a group conversation about a design project that you might be working on. Here's another angle of that conference space. Just seeing more of that seating, as well as on top some of that piping and fanning that is visible in the space. I kept that whole space open to that piping and vents and stuff like that to make it have that industrial feel, as well as that accent wall that you can see there again. And then here's the design space. As you can see, there's that closed off feeling of having that desk move over, so you can kind of have that like not real wall, but a wall that's there due to like the monitors and the desk being there. So kind of giving you that separate space away from everyone else to work on designs or projects that you might be working on, and not feeling like you're impeding on conversation if there's a conversation in the conference room, or feeling like you're being intruded on when you're working in your design. And then here's kind of a view of the overall space itself. There you can see the openness after you come by the desk, and then you also see like the lounging area with the Eames chair there, as well as that conference area again, and that accent wall in the back with the quote on it. When it comes to traffic flow, primary traffic flow for me as the designer moving through the space would be to the desk area to work, the kind of private design area to work, the lounging area maybe, and possibly the conference area to work with clientele when they come in to work with me. The visitor traffic, most of the time will be clientele. They'll primarily be in the conference area, as well as trips possibly to the bathroom, or maybe even trips to the lounging area if they're waiting for me to get on with the project or have the opportunity to talk to them. When it comes to the dimensions, I stuck with a 5x8 full a full bathroom, as well as keeping my design space at a 10x10 space to make it feel like I'm closed off, but still giving me kind of room to kind of move around or walk around if I need to. The conference space itself is about a 15x15, nice and wide and open to provide that open feel to the space in that area, as well as kind of having that corner be kind of intimate if you feel like you're kind of pinned in there to talk to the client, so you're kind of one-on-one with face-to-face. And that's my design. Thank you.